What if we took a game perfectly optimized for PC and we tried to port it to consoles?
What the hell is even that?
I present to you the ultimate custom night experience. Now, the rules are simple. I'm going to start out at 50-20, and then for every animatronic that kills me, I'm going to remove them, and I'm just going to see how many I can beat the game with on console. I'll be giving my opinions on this port at the end of this challenge. There's a timestamp in the description if you'd rather skip to that. So let's just begin this challenge. So the first night went as well as expected. And the deaths just kept piling up. Again. Okay, maybe they kept on coming. So it became obvious that I was failing a lot. So my main goal here was just to make it to 1 AM first. So after a few more deaths, it was time to begin the fabled 1 AM run. So the 1 AM run was quite eventful. Balloon Boy going to the office, Toy Bunny came by twice, and Mangle was in the corner of our office for some reason, but she didn't actually kill. And then by the time I knew it, we were already at 1 AM. The rest of the night followed pretty smoothly. We almost made it to 2 AM, but then... But now we beat 1 AM, so now we just had to continue, make it to 2 AM. That was the next logical step, right? So I did die a few more times after this. But just as things were going bad, a miracle happened. Mangle returned to the office, and then we hit 2 AM. So the next thing to do was the 3 AM run. So it took a bunch of deaths to get to there.
Have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, you know, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if... No!
The 3 AM run happened with 21 characters left. The night itself was pretty uneventful. Mangle going to the office again, and oh look, we hit 3 AM. So after that 3 AM run, I decided now was the perfect time to get the 4 AM run. Now was the perfect time to get the 4 AM run. So then I got it. Then I died. Power ran out. So with very little killable animatronics left in the game had to beat me the only way it could. Betrayal.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Now I gotta pull up. Everybody dying, me included. I ain't going to jail.
Well, with only 16 characters left, it was time for the 6 AM run.
Yep, not the 5 AM run, 6 AM run.
Let's go get this son of a bitch.
So if we're going to talk about UCN on console, the main thing to talk about here is the control scheme. Because the mouse has been switched out with a joystick, it's kind of hard to navigate. For instance, it's kind of difficult to move to a different size of the office. Furthermore, it's kind of difficult to access the vent and duct. Those are my main problems. Switching cams is okay, but as a whole, I think that UCN is much better on its home PC. What do you have to say about it, Fireboy?
I found it very hard to even get past Bear's Attack 1.
So if you want to play UCN, get the PC version. Anyway, that's it. Bye.
Life is kinda cool sometimes.